he tells me to this day that it was real, and this demon came out of nowhere and just jumped up like 30 feet and then landed right in front of him, and it was like 8 feet tall, and it had eyes that wouldn't blink this way, it blinked this way, and it looked dead at him. And he's like a good source. He's a good friend of mine.
Guys, welcome back to the Frame Shift Podcast.
I'm your host.
I'm your host, Alec Goldstein.
Josh.
Okay.
Who's the
I'm the fucking host. You're the co-host, Mr. Producer Josh, okay?
I'm your co-host. Welcome to the Frame Shift Podcast. I'm your co-host.
Welcome to the Frame Shift Podcast. Guys, today's going to be a fun one. We're going to talk a lot about Stranger Things. We're going to talk about some college football things. We're going to talk about the NFL. But more importantly, to start off, this is the new year. So, one thing I noticed about this new year is the gyms. They are fucked. There were 5 or 6 people in our little 10 or 20 by 10 or 20 foot gym today. These people did not know what they were doing. These people were taking up all the stuff, and there's like etiquette. If you're working at the dumbbells, don't go over to the one fucking cable machine, okay? If you're working at a cable machine, don't go over to dumbbells. This dumb bitch had her friend down there, and they were just going back and forth, taking up the whole fucking space. They set their mats down in the middle of the floor. The other girl, so those 2 girls and another girl and her friend. So this other girl went directly in the front of the cable machine. Maybe there was reason to that. You never know. But bro, it was the worst workout I've ever had, but I got in there, bro.
Don't even get me started, bro. That's my life every single day. Girls waste more time in the gym. I've never seen people waste more time in the gym. There's this one girl that comes in the gym at the same time every single day and just sits there and waits for a machine to open up. You could be warming up on another machine. You could be doing another exercise. And here's the worst part. She doesn't even ask how much time or how many more sets they have.
She just sits there.
She just sits there and waits. So technically speaking, another person can come up and ask that person how many more they have left, and they've got dibs on it. Yeah. And you can't do anything about it. She could come up and play the girl role and be, and you'll give it up to her.
But you know.
And so, yeah, no, I feel
politically gym speaking.
I figured you'd get me started on that because
what's the machine she chooses to take?
It's a Smith machine, and she wants to use it for and there's 4 hip thrust machines there, but she wants to use the Smith machine for hip thrusting. So
is that better than the?
It can be. So I'm not gonna. I can't argue.
I'll also say Smith machine is kind of respectable in a sense because she can hit a lot of exercises on that. It's not like she's only going into the abductor machine. Yeah. I've seen girls do that too, where they will do that for like an hour straight.
But they do waste a lot of time. I'm telling you, between sets.
So much.
I actually went and looked over her shoulder to see what the fuck they were actually doing, and it's always Instagram. It's just always Instagram,
and it's not even like posting or something important. It's like scrolling.
Yeah,
like
it's like. Let me do 10 reps of this 315-pound hip thrust with my fat ass because it can do it. I can't even do 315 pounds. And then let me get on Instagram for 5 minutes and then do another set. And then let me get on Instagram for 5 fucking minutes. And it's like, bro.
Fucking ridiculous. And I see dudes do this too. So how do you feel about dudes doing it and then say, oh, well, I need 3 minutes in between each break. And they're on their phone like with the timer on as soon as that ends. They need those 180 seconds to recover. Like, how do you feel about
bro science? This exact bro science. Yeah.
Bro.
I need 3 fucking minutes exactly. If it's any less than that, it's not going to, no.
I have clients that do that while shooting, bro. It drives me crazy. You realize we have an hour in this gym right now. If you take 3 minutes between every set, there's no sets going on during that hour.
3 minutes means you're doing a legit amount of weight. Like if you're pushing a bunch of weight, I get it. But if you're just doing some dumb shit and you want to rest for 3 minutes, that doesn't make any sense to me.
What is the point?
So,
but that's our gym rant for the day, I think. That was good. We had to get that off. I had to get that off my chest because I was pissed.
I got more.
Oh, you got hit me.
No,
hit me.
I wanted because you said the other thing I hate a lot is when not only girls but guys do this too. They're doing a circuit, and so they want to lock up like 5 different machines while they're doing a circuit, and they'll go from machine to machine. And they're scoping the machine while they're on another machine. And if you try to go to it, they immediately
no.
But I could be doing that fucking machine and be done with it by the time you circle around. But yet you want to sit there and fucking tell me I can't work on it? Like
So-
you're locking every machine down.
I'm the person that does exactly that in a more respectful way. So when I always do 2 workouts, so I'll always do an offset workout. I think it's called, right? You know,
Supersetting or something.
supersetting. That's it exactly. But I'll never do like 2 machines. I'll never do cable and dumbbells, for instance, because as I described, my gym doesn't allow that or doesn't accommodate that exactly because we don't have a ton of space in there. If it's late at night, sure, I'll do it. But if it's during the day, no, I'll do dumbbell and dumbbell. And then I'll do cable and cable because I'm the only one on that cable machine at that time. So yeah, I'm going to use it the whole time and then take like a 30 to 60 second break after I do that superset and then hit it again.
We can do a whole episode on
We
it.
could
We should
literally-
probably do that, actually.
I feel like we could have done that with all the trainers we've had on, but I don't know.
It's not the same.
Maybe we should. Maybe
We'll
it
do
should
one
just
of
be
our own.
us just fucking around and calling people out,
Ranting.
ranting like a rabid rabbit.
I'll need 2 apple juice
Oh,
shots.
I'll get
actually.
you 2 apple juice shots. You want to cheers our apple juice real quick? Cheers, and then we'll get into Stranger Things. Breathe out through the nose. You don't taste a thing.
There
Did you know that?
There you go.
Did you know that?
That was actually pretty good. You covered that one up pretty good.
Oh yeah. If I take a breath, some girl taught me that in high school. If I take a breath,
Yeah, if you don't smell it.
is that what it is? Because I think it's like a taste. Like it removes the taste buds part of the apple juice.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Stranger Things.
what is Stranger Things?
Stranger Things is a show. Started, I don't know when it started, maybe 2016. They were young kids, middle school, maybe elementary school, early elementary school. And you know, it's a great show. It's a great show. Season 1 and 2, great. Season 3, it's pretty good. Season 4, we're really starting to lose it. Season 5, reminded me so much of Game of Thrones, of Harry Potter, of so many things. So
Yeah.
season 5 is what we're really going to focus on here. It just released on Netflix. Netflix did it again. One thing I saw that was pretty funny was Stranger Things must be jealous of 50 Cent because Stranger Things spent $500 million making this season. And then the Diddy documentary came out
Yeah.
and just took everything by storm. And there was no way he dropped $500 million on that.
Well, the thing is, you don't need to spend 500 million to make that show what it is. But hey, look,
It's just funny. It's ironic.
you don't need to do that, guys. Just because you have the money, you don't need to do that.
The budgets don't mean the overall ROI is going to be there.
Yeah.
So with Stranger Things, season 5, they went off the rocker. I'm going to say this. It was a good show. Imagine that season is just one season. Could be like, if you just put that as its own, it's a good show. It's a
But
great
what's
show.
it about? What is
So-
the can you give me the elevator pitch?
I never played Dungeons and Dragons. Never, once in my life. I know there's a huge cult following to it, but that's kind of what the show's centered around. Is these kids playing Dungeons and Dragons and bringing out these characters and they didn't create the dimensions, but it plays into each other almost as if they simultaneously, you could say, where you've got. So until season 4 or 5, you didn't know the full structure of the worlds necessarily. You've got Hawkins, Indiana. That's your main platform. Then you've got, I think it's Dimension X, which is just another world. Might as well be Mars. Looked a little bit like Mars.
All right.
So, and then they have this rift thing, a wormhole. So, I know you like wormholes. So
Depends what we're talking, but yeah.
this wormhole is called the Upside Down world. Okay, the Upside Down. It's just it's Hawkins, Indiana, just reversed and with, it's evil. So imagine a bunch of vines, a bunch of like
Ooh.
dust circling and like a whole bunch of like creepy shit, okay?
Okay.
And then you've got Vecna, you've got the Mind Flayer, and then you've got a bunch of other protagonists antagonizing all these, or antagonists, not protagonists, antagonists, antagonizing all these.
Right. So are they like summoning up spirits and stuff? Is this like a thing where it's
To an
like,
extent, but not really. It's like you have almost X-Men-ish in a sense, where you have these people with powers and they're combating forces that the rest of the world doesn't know about, kind of thing, that are entering through these portals in a sense that this factory, that this laboratory is creating, and it goes way back, and it's yada 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 yada, and there's a whole deep backstory and all this stuff. But my gripe with this season is if it was a standalone season, if that was season 1 of a show, that would be like a holy shit, this is sick. But in continuation, this where it was kind of Game of Thrones-esque, where if you put it in with the rest of the seasons, it doesn't match whatsoever at all. So that was an issue to me. Another issue was I always fuck this up, continuation. It's this shit where like from shot to shot, it follows itself. Like if you look up in this shot, the next shot you're going to be up here, you know?
Contingency.
Yeah. Horrible. They fucked it up so bad.
Wow.
Bad on multiple shots. One shot specifically, Joyce Byers, the mom of one of the kids, is driving up, and she's got the bikes in the back. When she's driving up, the bikes are strapped into the back, okay? Like the trunk is open, strapped down, you know, like with a strap.
Yeah.
Once she pulls up to the spot, the trunk is closed and the bikes are in the back seat. What happened there, guys? Yeah. What happened?
Most people won't catch that, though. That's just the videographer, producer, and you. Most
a
people
lot of
don't give
people
a shit
caught it
about
on
that.
TikTok, though.
They love doing that. I love watching those type of things, though. It's fun to do, but most people don't really care.
Yeah.
But coming from someone like you, you're just like, come on, guys, you can get better.
Yeah, you have $500 million. You can't do better?
That's my point.
You can't do better than that?
That's my point. 500 million for...
And then the VFX shots surrounding it all, compared to the first few seasons, were dog shit. It was so obviously on a soundstage, and like with the the LED walls behind him. Like, so one of the little girls is Holly, and she's like the little sister of one of the main characters, and she's became more of a main character. And I think they're doing a whole spin-off on her actually, but her scenes were so bad. It was so obviously green screen. It's not even funny. Like, and not even like they were trying to make something cool. Like, if you're on Mars, you can have some fun with it a little bit. Maybe things do look a little green screeny. No, this is just bad.
That's exactly why I don't like fake shit, is because of that. It's obvious that it's green screen, and it's like, you're not going to have that problem if you're really doing a movie that's like real life, that's based on real life, that's based on a true story. You're not going to have those kind of problems. When you look at something and you say, that's obviously fake, it's like, it's because you're doing shit that's not real. Like, and I can't get into that.
You probably haven't seen this movie, but Kalishnikov, I think it's called.
No.
It's about the inventor of the AK-47. No. It's a Russian indie film, I think.
I would have guessed that for sure based on the name.
It's fire. It's unbelievable. And there's some budget issues with it, obviously. But overall, it is an amazing movie, amazing storyline, all of it. You don't need the budget. You just don't.
Exactly.
Like, but I know what you mean in terms of period pieces. Like, there's no, there were some soft shots. There were some this, but.
Now, you got me intrigued because I only watched, I watched the first season and I still couldn't get into it, but I haven't watched any of the other seasons. So I am kind of intrigued because when you say things like, oh, there's a wormhole or there's portals, that can be considered fake, but there's some reality there too, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you legitimately can summon up spirits and open up portals.
That's the best.
Like, there's legitimate shit there that gets me interested.
And that's the best part, because when it's half true, half fairy tale in a sense, that's the best. If it's just full fairy tale, it's like, what are we doing? There's no rules to this universe.
100%.
But when there's rules, when there's some sort of stability, that's when it's perfect.
I also got interested because the first season appeared to be almost a period. It was a period piece. And I was like,
from the 80s.
I was like, this is 80s shit.
So
I looked it up and
100%.
I'm like, it was shot in the 80s.
Yep.
And so I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, Gen Z is going to see now how it was like to grow up in the 80s. Because I grew up in the 80s. I was a kid in the 80s.
Yeah.
And so when I saw this, I was like, wait a minute. This is interesting because I love the 80s.
I'll say, I don't know. So I wasn't in the 80s. So I don't know how accurate it described the 80s. But it, like, from my perspective, that's the 80s.
Yeah.
But there were definitely some things that I'm like, I don't know if that's exactly how it'd be handled in the 80s.
Yeah, and I haven't seen enough of it to say, but based on what you said about green screen and it looking like shit, they probably fucked up the time period too.
So that's more season 5 that they before that, the green screen is great, no fuck ups. It's almost as if they rushed season 5 majorly. Like, it's just it's a little bit ridiculous. Another issue I had with it is all the other seasons, they had deep moments, but it was well placed. It wasn't too drawn out. This one, every single deep moment was way too drawn out. So Will is gay. Will is like one of the main characters. Will,
Actually gay.
in the show, he might be gay in real life too, but in the show he is. The way they drew this out was fucking ridiculous. I was crying my ass off by the end of this. Okay, they had a 5-minute scene, and it just ended with, "I don't like girls." It was the funniest moment ever.
That's how you found out he was gay?
Yeah,
or
but
did you already know?
We all knew he was fucking gay.
Oh, you already...
And everybody pretended like they didn't know besides the brother. It was so drawn out and so funny. And the best part was, as soon as he did that, he got powers. He got the ability to destroy the main antagonist, Vecna. It's like, oh, so all you have to say was that, and you good.
Okay, so if you turn gay, you get powers.
Exactly. Guys, who's down? Josh, you want to get married?
Depends on what power I get.
Power
What
of
power-
lesser taxes.
That's not, I mean, no, like I'm talking powers. Like, do you want to be what type of, can you be invisible? Do you go through walls? Can you fly? Those type of powers.
Will was, so it was, he didn't really get powers necessarily. They explained in the show, but I don't know if they got to the end point of it in a sense. Like season 5 set up a million different spinoffs for them type shit. Like you could tell this is just setting up spinoffs for them to monetize.
But what is his power? Like what what did he get?
He was able to go into the mind of the evil person in the show, Vecna, and control him, because Vecna normally controls him. But he was able to flip it and control the evil guy, Vecna.
How did he know that he had that power?
I'm trying to remember. I feel like he just fucking did it. It was, I think the first time he did it, it was when, so his friends were all in danger. They were about to get eaten by the Demigorgons, and I think it was the second to last episode when they broke through the wall of the military camp. Or broke back in from the other side, from the underside, from the other side into the military camp. And that's when the Demigorgons attacked and shit went to hell. And then he just grabbed them with his mind powers and it was like, ha!
You know, it's so funny because, like, I actually want to watch it now. I want to watch more of it, and I see why it's kind of popular, right? But, like, I had a friend. So this takes place in Indiana, but I have a friend from Missouri. I don't know how far Missouri is from Indiana.
I don't think it's far.
It's probably not that far.
Probably
right?
similar culture, too.
He gave me a story one time about how he was in the Missouri woods, and they summoned up a demon.
I mean, if you want,
And
yeah.
he tells me to this day that it was real, and this demon came out of nowhere and just jumped up like 30 feet and then landed right in front of him, and it was like 8 feet tall, and it had eyes that wouldn't blink this way. It blinked this way, and it looked dead at him, and he's like a good source. He's a good friend of mine, and he tells me this story, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who? I wouldn't believe anybody else, but I kind of believe him.
I know.
And at the same time, I don't. Yeah.
Because it's like, this is just so crazy. Like, how do you believe something that just in your mind doesn't compute like that?
That's why when he tells me this, and now Stranger Things is coming out, and you're telling me they're summoning things, and this, I'm like, okay, this is where it's the 50-50 part of it is where it intrigues me rather than 100% fairy tale shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've heard stories from friends, and I'm like, I want this to happen to me. Can I be abducted by an alien? Can I go up in the fucking spacecraft? Can I see an 8-foot tall fucking being that his eyes go this way and he's, Have
you heard? I don't think I think that's the Ozarks in Missouri, but the story of the Appalachian Mountains, especially in the South.
Yeah,
there's people that have never seen human civilization, like don't have electricity. There's people that hills have eyes type people. Like,
yeah,
Appalachians are scary. I actually hiked the last 100 miles of, not the like 5 miles of the last 100 miles, which apparently is the hardest one to do. I did it when I was like 10 years old with my mom and my
How do you
little
do
brother.
the last 5 though? Do you get trucked in? You got to do the whole...
literally we got trucked into a spot.
Oh, okay.
And then this is the hardest. Like, people hike the whole fucking strip and then ended it there because it's so hard. And we like got lost on the trail and we couldn't find, like, there was no cell service. Like, we were fucked. Yeah. Like, hearing bears in the middle of, like, there's no reason we should have done this, guys.
Yeah. Fuck, bro.
But
and I don't know much. Like I told you, I watched a little bit of season 1, but season 5, There was a clip on social media that said something about, I guess they fucked up season 5 or something. The ending, there was an ending where they could have ended and then it just kept going and everybody's all pissed off about it or something.
I agree with that. So it could have ended. I would include the graduation they had. It could have ended pretty much an hour before it ended because it was a 2-hour finale. They killed Vecna, they killed the Mind Flayer, then they went back to Hawkins. Have the graduation in there. I don't think the reason they did the whole continued it for another hour after it really ended was because they were setting up so many shows. This is straight monetization and money grab from them because they're setting up the Holly spinoff, the Hopper spinoff, the this spinoff. You know,
To me, I don't quite get it, but the clip I saw reminded me of, like, you know, when a movie ends and then they want to just really quickly just talk about how everybody's story ended, and then
Yes.
there's just a little paragraph with their picture, and then it's like,
I like-
this person went on to do that, and then this person went on to do
I
that.
like that method a lot. I don't like the way they did it. Like they drew it out, and this is like the entire last hour was one deep moment, and it was so boring the whole time.
Stranger Things reminds me of, like, maybe Twilight Zone. Do you remember Twilight Zone?
I never watched Twilight Zone, but I've heard of it before.
Yeah.
It could. I feel like that could actually. That was the one that was being advertised to me after Stranger Things ended.
Oh, really?
That was yeah, it was Twilight Zone. Yeah.
So Twilight Zone was literally in the 80s, or I think it was actually in the 60s, but there was a revival in the 80s. So
Okay.
Twilight Zone was literally, there was a revival in the 80s where it was legitimately filmed at that time, whereas Stranger Things is like
Filmed back then,
modern day,
or
but
not filmed back then.
yeah, modern day film. So it's like if the Gen Z and the kids actually like Stranger Things and like that 80s vibe,
I liked it.
they might actually like Twilight Zone if you want to go back and have like this nostalgia of what 80s was like. It could be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
No.
you might like Twilight Zone.
I definitely got to check out Twilight Zone. But, bro, okay, so one of my favorite characters from I almost said Twilight Zone, from Stranger Things, Dustin. He's the realest one. He has drama, of course, like every real person, but it's not to the point of like the other characters where they're just drama fairies. Timber! There, I got you. There we go. Now we're good.
Oh,
Timber!
that's what you meant. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
you
yeah.
meant straighten it. When you say straighten, it's like
I did mean straighten it, but that works better. And it actually looks good too. Okay, so yeah, Dustin, bro. Yeah,
We'll keep it in.
No, we'll keep it in. We yelled timber. We'll keep it in. Stranger Things season 5. I think they copied Harry Potter, especially the 7th movies, the 7th book, to a T. First off, Will literally looks like Daniel Radcliffe. Like, that could be Daniel Radcliffe's little brother. Literally. Like, the actor that played Harry Potter.
He wears Coke bottle glasses, or?
Does he wear glasses? No, he doesn't wear glasses, but literally same haircut, same facial structure. Bro, I'm pulling him.
I can see it. Yeah.
This is Harry.
Yeah, I guess I can see it. We'll throw it up on screen.
When you look it up to plug it in, you're going to see how crazy it is. Looks exactly like Harry. Literally the same exact motion. So when Voldemort controls Harry,
Yeah.
he does the whole like twitching out kind of thing. Like this is specifically the 5th movie when they're in the Ministry of Magic. Voldemort's there after they got out of the room of not room of requirement, but out of the prophecy room, and they're in the main thing, and they've got that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You don't, because you don't watch that shit because you're a weirdo. But y'all know what I'm talking about. It is the same mannerisms. He's twitching. He's same paleness of the skin. Everything is the same as in that. So looks that the way they portray Vecna is literally Voldemort. Vecna is Voldemort. Harry is Will. It is the exact same plot structure. It's the exact same.
Wow.
It looks the same visually. It is a copy of Harry Potter.
And you are the Harry Potter connoisseur.
Exactly.
So you would know.
I would know. I can quote those movies.
Wow. Yeah.
I can quote them.
Damn.
Like, it's scary, especially getting to the 5th Harry Potter and on. It's the exact same thing. The exact same thing.
So we're hearing it right here, right now from a Harry Potter connoisseur that Stranger Things ripped off Harry Potter.
Ripped it off. Ripped it off like a fucking Band-Aid.
Damn, what does J.K. Rowling think about it?
I'm sure J.K. will have some strong words. She doesn't hold back with anything.
Are there any tie-ins with simulation, like video games?
This whole Stranger Things is like a simulation theory kind of thing.
So it does have a kind of a tie-in, because I've been getting into this simulation thing, like life is a simulation, and I think actually that's turning into a trending topic too.
Yeah, talk to me. What have you learned?
Well, I've been just looking, I don't know, it just interests me that we're in a simulation. So I watched a podcast, and the guy was talking about how it is true that life is kind of like a simulation and life is like a video game. So he made a point to where, like, this is the crazy part though. He made this point where it's like, if we are in a video game, he said, if you look at something, away from you, right, in like another room, it doesn't exist until you look at it.
Like a video game's loading up.
Like a video game's loading up. He said it doesn't exist. And I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. But then he corrected himself. He made a point where if it's like this place, right? Like if it's that over there, it's been cached. Like a website.
Preloaded kind of thing.
It's already cached. So it's there even though I don't look at it, right? Like if I'm looking at it, if I'm looking at that, are you there? I guess you're cached.
I'm still talking.
But like, are you really there? I can't see you. But here's the thing: in a video game, sometimes you can turn real quick and you catch it in a glitch.
Yeah,
where it's not there, and then you see it load,
or you fall through a wall and you get into the infrastructure of the game.
So like if I'm looking over here, you don't exist. What the fuck? But I could do this. I could do this. I could do. And now I'm here. No, but I'm trying to fucking.
You're trying to catch
get it to glitch where you're not there, and then all of a sudden you are like. But I'm not that fast.
Does that just mean we have really good computers running the simulation so that it's
right?
Like,
you know what I mean?
Because if you do that and you look at something 1,000 feet away, you won't see it until you zero in on it.
Yeah.
Is this 15 foot room the only thing cached right now? Or is outside that door cached right now?
I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think outside the door is cached.
Are the dogs not even there and we're just hearing audio of them crying? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. The dogs are cached. Everything's cached that's in our immediate vicinity. But like,
or is it just the audio of them that's cached? So like in a video game, as a dragon approaches, you might hear it roar. You might hear it spray fire or something. But you don't actually see it yet. And you can still get it to glitch out real quick if you move your character real quick, you know? Yeah. But is that true in this? And like it's just the dogs crying is like just the audio. We don't even need the visual. That takes up so much less space than the visual.
And we're just having fun with it, I know. But like it just seems like I feel like we need to have, I want to have like an engineer on. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna say, like, let's get a physicist on or something.
I want to have someone who can give us like real data on all this stuff.
And that's what I want to do. I want to bring these kind of people that's going to teach us what to do, not people that we can correct on things, but that's going to teach us things.
Yeah, because there's people in the comments that are going to just be like, "You motherfucker, blah 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 blah." Well, tell us who you want to see. Do you want to see an astrophysicist? Do you want to see what's his name? What's the most popular? What the fuck's that guy's name?
You know who I could probably...
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Should we get into college football, or is there more simulation theory we should hit?
No, I look, I hate college football, but let's get into it. Tell me your thoughts.
Indiana beat the brakes off of Alabama. Beat the 38-3, I think the final score was. Beat the brakes off of Alabama. And then we had Ohio State losing to Miami, and this is why this is so crazy. I've said this the whole year. Ohio State is an NFL team on a college roster. Or NFL roster on a college team. They have paid for the best of the best at every single position. They have 4 players projected to, solely on the defense, to go in the first 15 picks. Only defensive players.
Okay, that's the Buccaneers?
Buckeyes. You're a funny fucking guy. Funny fucking guy. But literally, this team is a walking force. Okay. And they lost to Miami. It was a close game, but they lost to Miami.
Yeah.
And now it's who was it? Indiana, Miami, Who did Georgia lose to? Georgia lost to Ole Miss. So remember Ole Miss? They were the one that remember Lane Kiffin?
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss is still doing their thing. They're still in the college football playoffs.
Which means it doesn't matter who the fucking coach is.
It still matters who the coach is, but if you have really good players who feel slighted, they can do a lot. They can do a lot.
So you have to feel slighted to actually play?
I mean, think about this. All the best coaches, the best of the best coaches, Saban, Belichick, all of them. If the media said something bad about them or said, oh, they should just, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's the first thing they pin up on their boards. That's the first thing that they pin up on their boards.
Yeah,
My high school football coach, first thing they pin up on the board.
Then that must be a strategy. You should make that a strategy. You want to win? That's
Light that fire.
Yeah, well, you see that happens in training too, where it's like you want to
definitely.
You want to.
Someone tells you can't hit 500-pound bench, you're gonna hit a 500-pound.
Yeah, but you know how quick you'll get, axed as a coach or as a trainer if you say that shit, and it's like, okay, I want to let them go then because they don't understand the boot camp, they don't understand the grind.
Yes.
They just want to get butt hurt, and they're just these woke motherfuckers that
they
are like,
just want that instant success.
Yeah, they want you to tell them what they want to hear rather than the truth, right? Mm-hmm. So I totally get that, man. I totally get that, where it's like, okay, so Ole Miss cranks out, and then so Alabama is the best, was like one of the best college teams ever, right?
10 years ago, you're 100% correct. Under Nick Saban, they were perennially national champions. They were perennially in the playoff. They were perennially top 3 team.
Damn.
But ever since Saban left, they've been. I mean, it's hard to say they've been struggling, but they've been, say, top 15 or 20, which is struggling compared to the Saban era. But, yeah. But I think they were number 10 this year. And then, so Georgia lost to Ole Miss. What's really funny about that is that Ole Miss owes Lane Kiffin money for every win that they get in the playoff. So, like, I think he's collected $800,000 so far for wins that he's just getting direct deposited to his bank account type thing. And he's not even coaching. He's not even part of the staff anymore.
Well, maybe they were using his plan still. You know what I mean? Maybe they were using his.
They exited the field with a "fuck Lane Kiffin" chant. They wore the jersey. They were so petty. I love it. They wore his least favorite jersey combo, and they did it intentionally because they tweeted about it.
They'll never admit they were using his drops, though. They have all these cash drops probably, and they were using them all.
Probably not.
And it's like, okay, we won because of that, but then fuck you, bro.
I honestly don't know, because I don't think he was that. I mean, that's the offensive coordinator. That's why you hire the OC.
Well, yeah, but then you got these coaches like, what's his name, from the Lions, that's like, you know what, fuck it. I'm taking over the entire thing.
But that's just,
I mean?
He only runs the defense. He doesn't even run the offense, So defensive scheme-wise, yeah. But a lot of them, it's the offensive coordinator putting together the plays and all that shit. It's the defensive coordinator putting together the plays. Unless you're like I think Ryan Day, who's Ohio State's head coach, took over play calling in that game. And maybe he shouldn't have done that. It's really tough to change that. It's really tough.
So I did read a story, though, about college ball where I think it was Patrick Mahomes was at an Oregon game or something. And then it was a big upset or something. And Patrick had to wear an Oregon jersey. Did you hear about this? No?
Who did Oregon play? Yeah, Oregon. So Patrick Mahomes went to Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech lost to Oregon. So he probably had a bet with someone and had to wear like an Oregon jersey.
That's the extent of my college. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
There's an interesting story developing around that too. This kid, Dylan Raiola, out of Nebraska. He's a beast of a quarterback. I think he's a true freshman as well. But he looks exactly like Patrick Mahomes, play style and looks.
Oh damn. Okay, so he has the big giant parrot fat ass like the
to be honest, I haven't looked at his ass. I haven't looked at his ass at all. I'm not really a big ass.
That's all I can see when he's in the pocket and he scrambles. I just see his big fat ass running down the line. Well, I also don't like the Chiefs, but
I don't know how those correlate exactly. You don't not liking the Chiefs and then you being glued into Patrick Mahomes' ass.
Is it just me? Doesn't he have like a weird body frame?
Josh, pull this up. No. I'm trying to think because I'm visualizing that ass of his.
He's got a weird body type.
No. I'm visualizing that ass of Patty's. And I'm not going to lie, I think it's a pretty decent ass. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's a nice ass.
Yeah. I visualize it naked every fucking Sunday.
You might be interested in his younger brother then. I don't know if you've heard of his younger brother before. Jackson Mahomes. Check him out. He's got quite the record.
I don't know. Where does he play?
Guys.
No, where does he play?
Guys.
Who does he play for?
Guys.
He's gay.
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes' brother is gay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think, allegedly.
Does he play football too? Or?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking. Okay.
No, his big rise to fame was when he beat the shit out of like a bartendress or like a waitress or some woman at a bar. That was his big play to fame.
Okay.
This was a few years ago, allegedly, just to be safe.
All right. So look, do you have more college to go over to? Maybe we can move to NFL?
Let's move to
pros?
NFL. I think you want to talk about Phillip Rivers?
There's not much to talk about anymore because he's gone. But it's like, come on, dude. Like the whole allure was to come back and like finish out the season and then come back next year. He's retiring. He's moving on. And it's like, come on, dude.
From a football perspective, as much as I love Phillip Rivers as a great player from the past, I don't know if I would have handled that the same way that they did. They were in a difficult position in the sense of the fact that they had ran through Anthony Richardson, broke his orbital bone, their starter, broke his orbital bone doing band warm-ups. The band snapped and hit a fucking freak accident.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones injured. Their other backups injured. You need to bring someone on. I probably would have chosen someone besides Phillip, to be honest with you. There's got to be a better choice out there. But the real issue with bringing Phillips in is because you knew that at the end of the season you couldn't play him because you need to see what you have on the roster or who else is available, because you know Phillips not going into next year with you. So you need to do some research. Do we need to draft someone new? Do we need to bring someone in? Do we have someone in the program already that can actually do this?
Yeah, but dude, it could have been such a great story and it could have made so much money if they just brought him back. Who knows what could have happened? You don't know what could have happened. He went through a full camp, did the full thing, the full training, brought him back for next season and just tried it. What's the harm in it? And
he's older. He's like 45 years old. He's not in football shape. He's just not.
He's not, because he came back on short notice. I'm saying a full season off, training, spring training, whatever it's called, spring training.
Summer camp.
Yeah.
At his age, just seeing his mechanics are there, and that's how he was able to put up so many yards. The accuracy is not there, and that's not going to come back with a spring camp.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a Jalen Hurts arm, but still, I mean, come on, dude.
It's different than a Jalen Hurts
I know
arm.
his arm's stronger than Jalen Hurts, but still.
It's way stronger, but it's just not. I'll go into Jalen. Don't you worry. We're going to go into Jalen. But we're going to just Phillip right now. It's just he's the mechanics for strength are there. He's rotating from his hip. He's doing all that. That's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
But the accuracy, the fact that you can rotate your hips all you want, but where that front toe is landing is where that ball's going. So if your ankles just can't catch up to your hips, you're fucked. And that's what we saw for those games. You know, we saw him throwing it wherever that front toe was pointing. You know?
Yeah.
Great story. Could have been better maybe, but it was a winless position for him to be in type thing. There was no way he could have succeeded.
I'll say this. I wasn't a Colts fan. I'm not a Colts fan. But when I saw that story, I always want to root for the underdogs. When he came in, it was like, I'm watching the Colts today. You know what I mean?
How many
people are like that?
Rooting for them too. But
that's a good move marketing wise.
How many people are
PR wise?
How many people are buying that jersey? How many people are actually caring about the team? I don't know what's wrong. You can just yank it if you want. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what's wrong with that thing. But well, we know what's wrong with that thing.
There we go.
But he's probably a Hall of Famer, but his time has passed.
Like Jalen.
So Jalen Hurts. Let's go into it. Y'all didn't like my last take on Jalen Hurts, so let's piss you off again.
Is he ready? Is he retiring?
Oh, no. I don't think he should retire. I just don't think. I'm going to give him his flowers. Super Bowl MVP, league MVP. Great.
Yeah.
The team carried him. You want to bring up the dagger play in the Super Bowl? There's going to be a video of this playing as I'm talking about this in the clip. It was late, and underthrown. Devontae Smith had to stop. Yes, it was a touchdown. Yes, it was caught. Devontae Smith streaking in the end zone. When he hits that end zone line, he's got 4 yard separation from that cornerback. By the time he catches the ball, he's being tackled. Does that make any sense in your head at all? Like, if it was thrown a second earlier, if it was thrown on time, then he's not going to have to wait in the middle of the end zone or the back of the end zone to catch that ball. He's going to catch it as he's crossing the goal line, and he's going to be untouched. And this is true on so many deep throws of Jalen's. And he just hasn't fixed it. He's had this issue since Alabama. He got replaced at Alabama in the national championship game by Tua Tagovailoa. And y'all might hate him and think he's dog shit nowadays, but let me tell you something. Before his concussions and injuries, he was a much more accurate quarterback than Jalen. He was.
Well, tell us what you really feel.
I'll tell you what I really feel. And I'll also say this. I don't think Tanner McKee should necessarily be replacing him. I don't think a random person should be replacing him. I think Jalen is a top 15 quarterback that gets the job done for us for the most part. But I think we should have our eyes on the future and be looking at other quarterbacks.
Do you really think that his arm is weak, or is he just because here's a thought, just a thought, and I don't really know because I don't follow him. But in the huddle, do you think that it could have just been a play that was slow developing and it should have been there, and then it was just short because it was a slow developed play because he wasn't throwing to get to the end zone or that far?
There's a difference there, and that can be true, but it doesn't change the outcome. Like, even if it's a like, so here, Kevin Petula, horrible offensive coordinator. He's our offensive coordinator. Horrible, god awful. And he is contributing a lot to Jalen's faults and to Saquon Barkley's faults as well. But that doesn't change the fact that his passes are just fucking short. It doesn't matter. Like, yeah, when a play, someone commented this, when a play breaks down, your receivers are taught to come back to the ball. You're right. What about when the play doesn't break down? What about if the play's breaking down and they're able to streak and the quarterback's still able to get the ball to them? Y'all came at me for Lamar. Lamar's having his issues. Let's see what he's like when he's healthy. Y'all came at me for Justin Herbert. I would take Herbert any fucking day of the week over Jalen. And you know what? Imagine if Justin Herbert had a good offensive line. Imagine if he had skill position. Y'all say the Chargers have good receivers. They don't have good receivers. We have the Eagles have some of the best receivers in the league. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dotson, all them. And our backs, and Bigsby. We have a good offensive line compared to Chargers. Imagine if we had Justin Herbert back there. Yes, he's got his issues. His issues aren't as big as Jalen's.
We got to get Rodgers. He's got to go out on a high note, right?
Rodgers is so difficult because one of the best arm talents in the league ever.
And he's like 40 something, right?
Late 30s, early 40s. I don't know exactly, but one of those. But he is one of the most disliked guys in the league. He's up there with like Jay Cutler for the Bears.
By fans, not by players.
No, and teammates.
But he's dialed, though. He'll come to practice and he's good.
Can't even say that, though. Not what we've been seeing the past few years. He has his moments where he's dialed, but
you see when he's dialed and when his teammates fuck up, they'll just literally hit him in the chest, drop the ball, and
but
so
I also
like,
see a
I
lot
see
of
what he's saying.
See a
you
lot
know
of
what I
times
mean?
when he's just missing open receivers too. You know, it's all the way down, and I'm even going all the way to Tomlin on that. You know, maybe Tomlin isn't the guy anymore for the Steelers. Maybe Tomlin, who's done amazing things with the Steelers as well as Jalen with the Eagles, but Tomlin doesn't seem. They win 8 or 9 games every year, but they're first round exits every year. So what do you want? Do you want to try and be competitive and take that chance? Or do you just want it to be a first-round exit every single year?
Yeah, but they didn't have Rodgers every single year.
Bro, they had some really good teams. Even when they had Justin Fields, that was a good team. The older Ben Roethlisberger was rough, but they could have done better with those teams. They had Juju Smith. They had Antonio Brown. They had some really, really good teams.
Who was the bus? Remember the bus?
That was old. I think he retired in like 06 or so.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
I remember watching him, I think in the Super Bowl against the Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald back in the day. 2010, I think.
We might be able to get it done. We might surprise you and get Rodgers, and the Steelers might go into. We might get a Super Bowl. That would be so cool.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
His family hates him too. Aaron Rodgers' family hates him.
Yeah, well, that's because he's got common sense. You know, he's got a lot of common sense.
That wasn't the reason they hated him. They hate him because he was so aloof with them, and he just wasn't returning calls and getting like. He might as well not even have been a Rodgers, apparently.
Yeah,
that's the story coming out of the family side.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of.
I'll bite my tongue on that. But I get I get Rodgers. I get everything about him, though. That's
why
the thing,
is he going to? Then tell me, why is he going to South America during this summer camp to do ayahuasca?
I don't know. I didn't know that. I don't know the details behind it.
He does crazy shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
Or just like doesn't show up. Like it would suck to be his teammate, probably.
I can also see it being like this badass move where it's like he doesn't have to show up, and it's like, guys, we got this, and he just gets in the pocket immediately and he's there. You know what I mean?
But he doesn't do that anymore. He has some good throws per game, but a lot of them are not on point, on target. It's very similar to Phillip Rivers, where it's just not on point.
Okay, so what's your prediction? Who's in the Super Bowl?
Eagles and Patriots, I think.
Wow.
I think that's probably like a repeat there. I think that's...
What about the Seahawks? What about the Broncos? Like, oh my God.
Broncos, I do not trust after that last game when they lost to the Chiefs. They lost to a third-string quarterback in the Chiefs. I just don't trust them anymore, but they were up there for me for a while until they lost that game. Seattle's looking really good. I think that they're missing a couple pieces, but that comes in. I don't think Seattle's going to beat themselves like the Eagles will. So they're up there as well.
Yeah. I like that prediction.
Yeah.
So you're saying Patriots and Eagles.
I'm saying Patriots and Eagles, but only if the Eagles don't beat themselves. You know, they can't beat themselves.
So if they beat themselves, though, who would the other it'd be Patriots and who?
Seattle, probably. Seattle.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
Janus cats. What comes to mind when you hear the term Janus cats?
Nothing. I don't know.
Janus cats are born with two faces. I actually pre-pulled up a picture real quick, and you can pop these up on the thing so people can see it too. It's pretty crazy looking. Those are real. Janus cats are real. They are born almost like this isn't the science of it at all. The most famous one is called Louie and Frankie, I think, and it's 18 years old, I believe. 18 years old.
So sad.
But it's born with two faces. Like they have 3 eyes, 2 mouths, 2 noses, and share one brain.
Makes me sad when I see a person that's born like this. I don't give two shits.
It's kind of like a Siamese. I got a story that I have to share.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not. Janus cats are crazy. I was 10 years old. My dad will remember this story. I was 10 years old. I had just gotten my first knee surgery on my left knee.
God damn.
And I'm in CHOP, Children's Hospital, Philadelphia. And I'm going down. I might not. I was going into my surgery. I hadn't gotten the surgery yet. It was like one of the pre-visits or whatever. And I'm walking down the corridor, and there's a Siamese twin that walks past. I'm like 10 years old, bro. I don't know how to even contemplate this.
Yeah.
This was something new to me. What have you ever seen a Siamese person in real life?
You mean like
Siamese means you have one body. So generally speaking, Siamese is like one body, 2 heads.
Oh, I've never seen that in real. No, I don't.
I was 10 years old seeing that.
Damn.
I didn't know what to think.
Damn, that's super rare. No, I didn't even.
That's the closest comparison, I think, to the Janus cats. But Janus cats, it's less. So where Siamese twins have a lot of health problems, Janus cats do too, but it's less complex in a sense.
Oh, no. Siamese twins, yeah.
Pretty crazy, right? Pretty fucking crazy.
I wonder how that would be, like.
Being a Siamese twin?
Dating one.
Oh, literally, I was about to go there. There's a Family Guy episode where I think it's Family Guy, where they have Brian dating a Siamese twin.
Yeah.
And the other twin is like a straight whore, and they share the same vagina. So.
That's so funny, dude.
And
it's
such
like a funny concept.
The one girl's getting plowed out, and there's just like a curtain, and Brian's on this side with his girl.
The other one's like,
yeah, literally. And then like 8 o'clock comes along. There's an alarm, and the other girl's like, oh, and Brian's half is like, oh, my turn. And they just the other dude disappears, and now it's Brian's turn.
so funny, dude.
Yo.
Yeah, I love that kind of humor. I love the film, and there's a lot of memes going on too about the jiu-jitsu stuff. Have you seen all those memes on social media now?
Hit me.
Well, two dudes are about to get into a fight, and they always just fuck around. They're like, get on the ground, and they're like, bro, just get into my guard. I fucking got you, bro.
Yeah.
Get into my guard. Come right here, man. Come right here. I got you, dude.
Bro, wrestling is wild to me. I mean, wrestlers are fucking insane.
I get it when the UFC guys are like, you just want to crotch sniff, but it's like there's an art to it too.
Who the fuck said they want to crotch sniff?
Strikers call grapplers crotch sniffers.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I thought they were saying they wanted to be a crotch sniffer.
No, because they're afraid to, because that's the thing. It's like they're afraid of the grapplers because they know if it goes to the ground, they're going to get beat. So they call them crotch sniffers. But it's true, though. You need to know both now. That's why it's called mixed martial arts. That's what drives me crazy. It's like,
they do it in football.
Dude.
We saw it like 2 weeks ago. Someone just wound up and went, boom.
Oh,
did you see that shot?
So crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you want to hit during this episode, bro?
I think that's it.
I think this is a good episode.
Yeah.
I had fun on this one. This is a good one.
I liked it.
Guys, if you like this episode, go hit that subscribe button. Let us know who you want to see on this podcast because, we do what the people want. If y'all want to see the crazy shit, we'll give you the crazy shit. If y'all want whatever you want, we'll give you. Don't you worry. We'll give it to you. Click the link in the bio. If you like that First Form energy drink, that is the best out there. Go to firstform.com/TheFrameShift or click the first link in the link tree in the bio. Okay, it's right there. Get you some good energy. Get you some pre-workout. Get you some post-workout. Some Opti greens. I take them every day along with the vitamin packs that they give us. So if you want to get healthy, if you want to take care of yourself, firstform.com/TheFrameShift or click that first link in the bio.
What are you doing over there?
Sipping on some First Form. Guys, we'll see you next week.